What's up, guys? Welcome back to RPEG Electronics. Today, gonna jump right into doing a demo shooter with a Gun4IR. It's actually fairly easy. You're just gonna go to the DemulShooter website, alright? Download the 10.2.0, which is the new version. Click here to zip, alright? Unzip it and put it into a folder that's inside your game drive, alright? I'm gonna show you how I do mine because I feel is the simplest and most efficient way. You're also gonna need auto hotkey, alright? And DemulShooter, for those of you who don't know, is to make two-player games compatible. Basically, if you have two mice, that most games are not going to be able to differentiate between whose mice is who. All right, so DemulShooter translate both mice's raw input into whatever controls the game wants, be it joystick or positional guns or light guns, doesn't matter. Anything that's inside here, like it says Block King, Guy Attack 4, Haunted Museum, you're going to need DemulShooter to play two players at least, okay? So after you download and install DemulShooter, download auto hotkey, you're going to get the DemulShooter GUI folder, okay? That's everything here. All you have to do is go into the GUI, and from the drop-down menu, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. The PID 8042 and 43 is always the Arduino, which is the Gun4IR controller. And you can test this just by selecting it, move your gun around. If your cursor moves, your buttons click. Oopsie. If your cursors move and your buttons click, that means that that's the correct Gun4IR, okay? And then press save. Also, don't forget you have to do it for the second player too, which is going to be 8043. But I only have one gun plugged in right now for demo purposes. Alright, I've done this already, of course. Okay. And then, make sure that you know where your DemulShooter is. In my case, it's E drive, Launchbox, third-party DemulShooter. Okay? Because you're going to need to make an auto hotkey script. Inside your game folder, like Haunted Museum is one of my favorites, you're going to right-click, New, Auto Hotkey Script. It's going to ask you to rename it, and then edit the script, and it's going to ask you to type in your script. Alright, you can copy mine exactly because it's very, very easy. Here's mine. The boilerplate stuff's on top. Single instance force, you want that there because otherwise you're not going to have... DemulShooter can run multiple instances, which you don't want. Alright, run. The directory of your DemulShooter exe, not the GUI, exe, dash the parameters of the game. So that's on the website. Every game has its own parameter. So like here, DemulShooter dash target TTX, that's for Block King ball shooter. Alright, then run, this doesn't have to be caps by the way, run your game file, game.exe or whatever it should be. Alright, in this case it's just a simple game.exe. Then escape, that means if you press the escape key, it'll close the game and kill the game off in case it doesn't close normally, and it'll also kill off a DemulShooter, so it's perfectly clean. After you're done, save, alright, and you can double click it just to test that your script is working. Whoopsie, I forgot to add a parentheses. That was needed. Okay. Double click. It should run perfectly. Now I'm playing Haunted Museum, and your gun should be mapped perfectly to your player 1 and player 2. So I'm going to press my player 1 start button.
So this is the play?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's going to ask me to pick where I want to go. And look at that. My gun is working. I want to go to the library. And you should have perfect line of sight with this because DemulShooter is translating the gun's position to whatever the game wants. So here we go. I'm shooting books. Yes. Okay. There we go. Screw you, higher education. Alright. Now I'm going to press escape on my keyboard and it'll close off everything. Boom, just like that. No, this is actually going through your task manager to close it off. So the close is pretty much almost instant. But if you're playing some computer games, PC games like Blue Estate, you might not want to do this because you should go to your menu exit. Otherwise you might lose your save data. For arcade games it's fine because, well, they don't save anyway. Alright, now when you're done, you can add this script just to Launchbox as is. For some games, actually, I've only had one where you must run it as an administrator, which is House of the Dead 3, one of the biggest pain in the ass ones. You can do this, right-click, compile the script, and that will make that script into an exe. So you can put this exe right on your desktop like I did over here. See, I can just double-click it to start the game now. I have Time Crisis 5, I have Matte Bullets, all right? And you can add this right to Launchbox. You just add your game as normally, add a game. All right, let's say I wanted to do Haunted Museum. Search for metadata. No, I don't want to download it. Okay, so yeah, I can do Fright Fearland. Okay. Technically, all right, that's the Japanese name. All right, so here, populated it. And all you have to do is launching. ROM file emulation is enabled. Make sure emulation is clicked off because we're not emulating anymore. Now we made it into an exe. So I have mine here. Haunted Museum. I can select the exe right here. Go to emulation. Make sure this is off. Otherwise, it's going to try to use an emulator to play it. You can download your media. So you definitely want to download your artwork and stuff. Okay, you can click download, but I'm actually going to cancel this because I don't want doubles. And that's it. Once you click OK, it's going to make a listing. It's going to make an item like this, Haunted Museum. And you can double check it. Say all your notes are there. There's no additional apps. Media's already there. Images, video. Yep, I got all my images here. Okay, launching. It's just launching the exe. Nice and simple. No emulation because it's not being emulated. Double click. It plays. Look at how quick it boots up with this method. Because there's only one layer of software, basically. And then press an escape. I can get right out. Right back to Launchbox. All right. That's it for now. This is gonna be in a series of videos of how to set up most of these emulators. Next up will probably be TechnoParrot. That's an easy one. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, comment below. Gun4IR is created by JB Game Lab. If you have any questions on the gun itself, you can go to the Discord, check it out on the GitHub. And my guns are the ones I do modding for are available on rpegelectronics.com. We have limited availability every couple weeks or so. Okay. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.